and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Tonight, it's the return of the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Will be making his first ever appearance here at NXT, responding to what Bobby Roode said about him last week. But first, this week on NXT, Eric Young goes one-on-one with No Way Jose. We have Nikki Cross and Sawyer Fulton, and I believe they call themselves Sanity. They will be in Eric Young's corner. Bo Dallas takes a trip back to NXT as he takes on Roderick Strong one-on-one. In our main event, we have Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, the Revival, up against TM61. The winner will take on the Authors of Pain at the NXT Takeover event coming up next. We'll talk more about that in a moment's time. Eric Young can't get the victory over No Way Jose. He gets the victory No Way. That's a big win for him. Strong versus Dallas. Roderick picks up the win. And we're going to go ahead, not to this tag match, but indeed, we're going to go skip over to our Cruiserweight matchup, a extra matchup we have for you guys tonight. So it's going to be Rich Swann in action, and it will be a triple threat matchup with the winner of this match going on to take on Gran Metalik for the Cruiserweight Championship at the NXT Takeover 4 special, which will be taking place this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time, live on BrendenPlayz. That's right, Takeover will be streamed live on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Stay tuned for that. Plenty more about that on my social medias in the next couple of days, I should say. So that will be a very, very big event for us, our first NXT Takeover special for a few months now. So it's good to be back here at NXT, our second episode since the return. Last week we saw a fatal four-way among our cruiserweights as Arya Daivari. He will also be in this matchup as well. We saw a fatal four-way last week. We saw Gran Metalik defeat the likes of Kota Ibushi, TJ Perkins, and the Brian Kendrick. Now, one more big matchup to determine who takes on Metalik at the upcoming Takeover 4 special. Kurt Angle will be here later on after this matchup as well. And of course, that tag team match we spoke about a moment ago as well. We'll see the winner of that matchup take on the Authors of Pain. And whoever wins between the winner of tonight's main event, either the Revival TM61, if whoever wins that match against the Authors of Pain at TakeOver will go on to take on DIY, our tag team champions at TakeOver for the NXT Tag Team Championship. So at least one team will have to do double duty and have a chance to take on DIY. It's going to be a tough night as Lince Dorado, he's coming to the ring as well. One of the high flyers that we have here in the Cruiserweight division. Plenty to like about him. And another luchador in the ring. So Swann, Daivari, and Dorado. Triple threat matchup. The winner of this one faces Gran Metalik for the Cruiserweight Championship at TakeOver 4. As Daivari and Swann starting things off here with a neck breaker there, thanks to Daivari onto Swann, as now Daivari looks to turn his attention to Dorado and hits a snap suplex on him. So good start here for Daivari as, Swann though countering back and gets his first offense in as he's going to come after Dorado as well with that head scissors, takes down Lince at the same time. So a good start here for Swann as well as Daivari. Dorado not able to really get much in thus far. So plenty to like about our Cruiserweight division, which of course we're going to be introducing more and more names over the next couple of months. So if you're wondering where is a certain name that you're looking for, why haven't we seen him yet, well, he might be coming. So stay tuned. Basically at the moment we are just looking for some better versions of certain wrestlers to download. So if you do make downloadable wrestlers on the PS4, hit me up, make sure you let me know, and I'll try and make sure I download your wrestler. If they are, perfect, the best I can possibly find, then I will definitely use them in my universe mode. So that's the situation. If you haven't seen someone here, we are still waiting to get a better version of them to download. So that's the deal. So yes, TakeOver coming up this Saturday. We're going to see the likes of Charlotte and Nia Jax battle it out for the Women's Championship. What a match that will be. And the Cruiserweight title on the line. Gran Metalik awaits the winner of this one. Of course, DIY awaits the winner of the Authors of Pain match, rather. And of course, that team to come as well. Moonsault off the ropes there, springing off them. Rich Swann showing us his athletic ability early on here as Daivari back in the ring. Turns his attention to Swann. Look out. Went for a snap DDT, but Swann able to counter and sweeps him off his feet. And Swan, a DDT off his own. So all three of these men can definitely fly around the ring, but Swan perhaps does it with the most flair, with the most style. Dorado perhaps the best high flyer out of them all, but Daivari would just like to, he can definitely fly around, but he's not really trying to do that, and certainly not in this situation where he's got Swan and Dorado, two specialist high flyers. Daivari would be looking just to ground and pound and really take out his opponent on the mat, and just trying to outmuscle them at times as well, Daivari. As now Dorado, look out. Oh, it's a frog splash on Daivari. So Lindsay in perfect position here to try and win this match. Swan, though, back in the ring. Daivari countered anyway and shut it down. Oh, into a DDT. Daivari now, look out. Oh, spinebuster, no. Into the DDT there by Swan. Now Rich Swan. Swan now, heading to the top of the rope. Rich Swan, what has he got planned here? Launches himself. Oh, can't connect. As Daivari able to roll out of the way. If Swan connects, it's over. Now the spinebuster by Daivari. But Swan still has some life in him. And oh, a clothesline to the outside. Now Dorado back in the ring coming after Swan. But an elbow there to Swan. And now Dorado, look out. Oh, suplex, but it may have been a bit of a brainbuster as well. Certainly the head was spiked there by Dorado, who's now, what's he got planned here? What about this from Dorado, splashing down onto Swan, quickly up to the ropes himself, flies up, now, shooting star press. Dorado to win the matchup and go to Takeover. No, a kick guard. Dorado, we told you he can fly around just as good as anyone, and he's certainly showing his speed, quickness, and agility at the same time. Impressive stuff here. And Daivari, he's going to have to try and slow this match down, otherwise he's in trouble. Clothesline now by Daivari. What has he got planned here? Daivari, he's got something big in mind. Look out, Daivari! Tope Suicida right through the ropes there, and Daivari taking out Dorado. Hey, we said he's not really going to look to fly too much, but there's an example of his ability right there. But Dorado not exactly too phased by it, getting Daivari back into the ring. Swan looking to interfere here. Swan now into the corner. Dorado, after the drop kick, misfiring. Now Daivari thought he and Swan might double team there on Dorado. Didn't seem to be the case. Instead, Daivari now back after Swan. But Dorado getting himself in the way. And now look out. Oh, Swan. Well, he just gave Daivari to Dorado, who hit a neck breaker, and Swan, well, he launches Dorado outside the ring. Well, Dorado was launching himself after Swan, and Swan, held down the ropes, and see you later, Dorado. Now, Swan springing off the ropes. Oh, he didn't quite get all of it. Well, if he connected fully there, it would have been it, I'm sure. If he just got him back in the ring, he could have got the win right there. Dorado, though, thank goodness for his own sake, they're able to stay in it. Hits a drop kick to follow it up and putting the pressure back onto Swan. Realizes Daivari's back in the ring. Going to try and meet him back in there. See how he goes against Daivari. What a matchup we have for you guys right now as Daivari hooks that leg. Could be it here for Dorado. He'll kick out at two. Swan slowly trying to get back to his feet on the outside. That knee driven into Dorado's back. Well, this has been a breakout match for Dorado tonight, no doubt about that. But now it's Daivari's turn. Spinebuster. Daivari's turn to try and showcase his ability. Bridging suplex. Now could be it here. No, early kick out. Daivari up to the challenge. And Swan heading to the second rope. Decides, why not go one up more? Gonna go up top. No, back to the second. Gives us a bit of a pose as well. That's certainly Swan's style. Now hits the Hurricane Rana. Dorado now coming after Swan, but Swan's ready to the task. Gets Dorado in the corner. Rich Swan, what an impressive performer he's been already so far in this match. Oh, Swan with that driving forearm, I should say, into the corner there, just launching himself. And deflects the attempted drop kick. Oh, but there goes Daivari with a big spiking DDT. Maybe it here for Swan. No, a kick out. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. NXT Takeover 4, The Return, is coming our way this Saturday, the 14th of January, and it will be live on BrendenPlayz at 2 PM Eastern Standard Time, 7 PM UK time. Do not miss it. Nia Jax versus Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship. Only one can win. Who will walk away as the champion once and for all? Find out at TakeOver. Well, we are back. More action here. Oh, what about that pile driver there by Dorado? What a way to return into the action. Dorado now suplexing Daivari. And this match continues to impress. One of these men meets Gran Metalik, who, well, we've only had 2 Cruiserweight matches that Gran Metalik has been in, 2 Fatal 4-Ways, and Metalik won both of them. We don't know how he's going to go in a singles contest, but what we do know is that he'll be taking on the winner of this matchup at TakeOver. Dorado, Swan, Daivari. It's so hard to pick right now. Just when you think one man is getting the advantage, another one comes in and just ruins all their momentum. Daivari, perfect example of that. Hits a big spine buster, looks like he's going to win, and someone else will get in there and get themselves involved. And there you go, Rich Swann flipping through, and this has put a lot of pressure on Dorado. Right now, Daivari is on the outside of the ring. This is the one time you need to strike, when your opponent is not in the ring. Another suplex there by Swann. And a standing shooting star pressed by Swann as well. Oh, look at that! What about that? A running neck breaker. Launching himself at Swann, hits the neck breaker, and Daivari gets met there with an enziguri though, but Dorado certainly did not get a lot of it, and enough to break up that submission anyways. Daivari sent in the corner. Well, Dorado might be about to do it right here. Oh, jumping Hurricane Rana! Now, hooking the leg, here's the cover. Dorado, the referee taking some time, this could cost him. Oh, a kick out at 2. Jeez, I thought that if the referee had gotten position quicker, Dorado might have been able to win right there and go to TakeOver. Instead, Swann back in. But Dorado takes care of him quickly. Daivari takes care of Dorado with a DDT. Dorado's got to get out of the ring, and with good reason. Neck breaker now by Swann. Rich Swann looking the goods. In position. Rich Swann jumping over the... Oh, he's sprung over the ropes. He's missed and just didn't have Daivari in the right position. Not sure what he was really thinking there, because Daivari far too close to the ropes for a maneuver like that. He needs a bit more room as Daivari now hits another spine buster. How many is that? 4 or 5, I think, at least. Can he get a win with it? Just as soon as he hits it, the third man comes in and spoils the party. Had Dorado up in there in that fireman's carry and plants him down. And now, Daivari going for a splash of his own. He's missed out, and Swann and Dorado double teaming him here. Rich Swann doing a bit of a dance over there as well. He's feeling pretty confident. Daivari heading back to the second. Once he got planned, drops both hands there on Dorado, but didn't seem to phase it. And Swann breaks up that attempted suplex by connecting with the dropkick, and Daivari's going to go outside the ring. A bit of a bad landing for Daivari. Could be out here. Swann now has Dorado, and look out. Hurricane Rana takes Dorado off his feet. Now Rich Swann believes he may have him in position. Rich Swann going for it. Oh, what about that from Swann? The huge splash. Daivari's coming. No, he didn't get it. He just didn't get it in time. Half a second too late. Swann gets the win. Rich Swann will go on to TakeOver to take on Gran Metalik for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Well, there's Swann flying through the air. Plenty of rotations. Connects, I should say, with a splash. And a big win for Rich Swann. He'll be celebrating tonight, we know that. He meets Gran Metalik at TakeOver for the return. Rich Swann has a chance to become the first ever Cruiserweight Champion right here in NXT. The Olympic gold medalist makes his way to NXT. Let's hear what he has to say. First of all, it's great to be back here in the WWE. And it's great to be here in NXT for the first time. You know, I gotta say, I never thought I would ever step foot in an NXT ring, but here I am. At WrestleMania, I decided to enter the WrestleMania Battle Royal. Not because I wanted to upstage Bobby Roode, but because I thought it was a good opportunity to step in the ring one more time. And I had a lot of fun. It was a great moment. It was my WrestleMania moment. It was something that I've been looking for a long time. I wanted one more big WrestleMania match, and I got it. But Bobby Roode, as soon as I stepped into that ring, had a personal issue with me. He attacked me for the entire match until he eliminated me. I don't know what Bobby Roode's problem was, but he has an issue with me. And Bobby Roode last week comes out here and says, look, I try to upstage him, I try to take his moment away from him. Well, it could be further from the truth. Not everything in this world is about you, Bobby Roode, and I know you're the NXT champion. I know you're some kind of hot shot. You think you're the man around here. But let me tell you something, Bobby. I've been the man for a long, long time. And this may be NXT, and perhaps I don't belong here. But I have one more match left in me. And since you want to call me out and say if I ever get in your way, then you're going to make me suffer and it's going to be glorious? Well, how about you try me, Bobby? How about you try me one-on-one for the NXT Championship at NXT Takeover, The Return? In fact, you don't have to try because it's official. I've been speaking to the NXT General Manager in the back, Shawn Michaels, and we're friends, and we go a long way back. So thanks to Shawn Michaels, the match is official. Bobby Roode, I want to see the suffer that you're going to bring me, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm back, not just for one more match, but I've got another run left in me, and I'll be happy to kick your ass and take your NXT Championship away from you at TakeOver. Well, Kurt Angle has just dropped a bombshell of an announcement. Angle versus Roode for the NXT Championship, and it's happening at TakeOver. Well, a huge match as we get ready for our tag team main event, but quickly, this is the match we're about to see at TakeOver. Roode versus Angle for the NXT Championship. TakeOver 4 is gonna be big. And one of these two teams will be featured at TakeOver as well as the Revival. Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder take on Nick Miller and Shane Thorne of TM61. Big opportunity for one of these two teams. They will take on the Authors of Pain at TakeOver, with the winner of that matchup going on to take on DIY. So one team will have to pull double duty at TakeOver, and whoever pulls double duty will have to take on the champs later on in the night in what will be a very tough matchup. But a good preparation for these teams here tonight, a chance to get in the ring with one of the absolute best teams here in NXT. The Revival and TM61, two of the absolute best, so this is a great way to prepare. You take on the absolute best to prepare yourself for the best. TM61, so the Australian tag team coming from Perth, Western Australia, now here to NXT looking for some tag team gold. They've been impressive in the few opportunities we've had to see them. Now they're back here in NXT, and they believe that over the break, whilst NXT was down, they've been training even harder in the ring, getting better and better as a tag team, building that chemistry, and they believe they are ready to challenge for those NXT tag titles. And oh, wait a second. That is Paul Ellering, the manager of the Authors of Pain, and he is coming out here for a bit of a better look at this matchup, scouting out his potential opponents for TakeOver. So Ellering getting a better look, seeing what he has to deal with, what his team has to deal with. The Authors of Pain are a new team here in NXT. We haven't seen too much of them under the one matchup where they got a comfortable victory against Blake and Murphy. And now the suplex connected with the ropes on the way down. Nick Miller in a bit of trouble here as Dawson, big elbow right there. So Paul Ellering, he's got a huge tag team, and that is a pun intended. The Authors of Pain, they are two big men, and they have a big chance. You go into TakeOver, if you can beat one of these two teams, you go on to take on the champions. It's a big night. It's going to be so hard to do it and win the titles at the end of the night. But if there's a team that could do it, it's certainly the Authors of Pain. They're young, full of energy, full of brute strength and power. And most of all, they've got the mastermind of Paul Ellering ringside, coaching them, telling them what to do, how to do it, giving them plenty of valuable advice. And that advice might just guide them to some tag team gold at TakeOver. As Shane Thorne enters this match, Enziguri there by Dash, as Dash Wilder coming after Thorne. Shots here by Thorne to the gut. And now Miller getting a bit of revenge after that Enziguri. He's got him up, up the shoulders, and there's a turnbuckle powerbomb. Right into the corner by Nick Miller, as now Thorne looks to pick up the pieces here and take advantage, working away on the arm. Oh, jeez! Turn that arm around. Really, that was really nasty there. That's going to put a lot of pain in the arm there of Dash Wilder. That left arm could be out of action for the rest of this match. Striking with the right arm there. And now, still using that right arm. We'll see if that left arm's okay. Just trying to shake it off a little bit, trying to get some blood through it again. As now the submission hold applied. So, Dash and Dawson, the Revival, we've seen them in the past challenge for the tag titles without a lot of success here in NXT. And they, just like TM61, believe they are future tag team champions here in NXT. And of course they do. They're pretty full of themselves, the Revival. They're pretty confident in their ability. But this time I think they truly believe what they're saying, because they're now in a position to really earn their way into a championship matchup. But not only that, in a position to win tag championships straight away. That's what you want. If you come back here to NXT, you don't want to wait around. You don't want to be on the sidelines. You don't want to have to wait 3 or 4 months for your opportunity. Wait till TakeOver 6 or TakeOver 7. You want to get that opportunity straight away. One of these teams will have that chance to take on the Authors of Pain to earn that right. Nicely executed there by Dash, who needs to get the tag in. The top guys, they call them, but there's no gold to go with that phrase. They need some tag team championship gold. As now, look out, Spinebuster there by Dawson. And that is a classic Spinebuster, double A Spinebuster, like brilliant stuff by Dawson. Luckily enough for Thorne, he's able to get his foot underneath the rope. TM61. And, shoulder takedown there. TM61 in a bit of trouble here as Shane Thorne just hasn't been able to get going since entering the ring. Miller might need to try and look for a tag, as I think Scott Dawson's ready to finish things off right away. Dawson with the right hand now. But Thorne, I thought he was going to get some momentum building, but he gets struck with a DDT. And once again, the Revival isolating their opponent, putting the pressure on, not letting up as he drops the leg now as well, does Dawson. So this is good here from the Revival. The Revival have to use all these tactics and plenty more to beat the Authors of Pain. And of course, DIY as well. Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, two great competitors who rightfully earn those tag team championships, beating the American Alpha for them. American Alpha have gone on to Raw and have had plenty of success there, getting close to winning those tag titles on Raw as well. So it's a good win there by the DIY, beating a really good team. I guess you could say a top team. If you want to talk about the Revival, they are a top team themselves, but plenty of work to be done as Thorne back to his feet. Now, can he take advantage here? Can he get some offense going? He's just been struggling a little bit here as he goes for a cannonball in the corner and connecting. Now Thorne looking to line up Dawson here. Shane Thorne, he's got him. He's going to pick him. Oh no, went for a powerbomb and he's missed out as Dawson with a big counter. And that is a counter that was needed to be hit. Otherwise, that could have been all she wrote for the Revival. It's now Dash back in here as Dawson, look out. Here we go, picks him up, and into the double knees by the Revival. The Revival hitting the Shatter Machine. Hang on, the referee. Oh no, the referee was inadvertently taken out there by Dawson, who was trying to run back to his corner. And that means that Shane Thorne is going to survive there. The Shatter Machine had Shane Thorne out of it. It was over. TM61 were going to lose here. But the referee was bowled over there thanks to Scott Dawson making a bit of a crucial error. And now, takes down Dash as Thorne's going to get a tag, is he? Miller now back in position. Trying to use this crowd to rally up TM61 here. As Nick Miller back in here. And that's a big tag because Shane Thorne at times looked a little like he was struggling just a little bit. Just looked like you know, the Revival were pretty comfortable coming up against him, whereas Nick Miller looked pretty good in his opening stage of this matchup. What can he do now, Miller? Driving Dawson into the corner. Reversal there by Dawson, as Miller hits an elbow as well. As, immediately coming after the knee, just taking him out off of his feet, and Dawson pretty happy with himself as Miller now all of a sudden desperately trying to get back to the corner and tag in his partner. That must be really tough there for Nick Miller, and obviously the damage that's been done to that knee enough for Miller to try and get the hell out of there. Revival just working so well together as a team right now. And what have they got planned here? Dawson. Oh, look at that. Just stomping away. Continue to work away on the knees and the legs of Nick Miller right now. TM61 in some massive trouble. The Revival putting on a clinic. Paul Ellering watching on here. You'd have to probably be thinking he does not want to face the Revival at TakeOver, because they are really showcasing some great tag team work here. And that's the type of work that could beat the Authors of Pain. You're not going to out-muscle them. In some cases, you might not even have a chance to out-wrestle them. But you can just use those frequent tags. You can out-team them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can use that tag team work, keep yourself fresh, and wear them down slowly. And that may be what the Revival can do, but they have to get through TM61. It's not over yet. Nick Miller on the corner receives a shot right to the gut here. As now, Dash with an elbow off the ropes there. Nick Miller I should say, now just struggling. As Dash gets him back to his feet. Look out. Dash Wilder has him up and into the backbreaker. Spinning him down, connecting with the knee to the back. And that could be it right here. A tag could be made to finish this one off. No, Miller with a counter. TM61 are just getting beaten down here by the top guys, though. They could very well be the top guys very soon if they can win here, as a figure four leg lock is applied. There's press there by Dawson, taking out Thorne. And Miller with a right hand. I think Thorne's been cut open as well. Now Miller has a hold of Dash and a running power slam. More of a, I guess, a bit of a walking power slam in that case. Not a lot of room to run. There's now Miller lining up Dash. Ooh, big right hand now from behind. Oh! With that sit-out powerbomb. Spun him into position. And Nick Miller now to beat the Revival. No, Dash Wilder kicks out, but Dawson was there to break things up anyways. Shane Thorne back in the ring. Blood streaming down the face, struggling. As here comes Miller, and he drops down there on Dash. Look for the tag here is Shane Thorne. Gets himself back in here. I'm not sure if that's the wisest idea. Struggled at his first stance in here, first opportunity. And now he's got blood all over the face as well. His vision will be impaired. He'll be struggling. But he has a job to do here for TM61. He's going to spring over the top of the rope there. And he connected. Dash. A little unlucky there because Dawson was trying to break things up there, trying to stop him and hit him on the ropes, but he just wasn't able to do it in time. Thorne now, you can see how fatigued he is right now, how tired he is. So those moves he's trying to produce just don't have the brute force behind it. That certainly did though. Standing drop kick takes down Dash. Drags him towards the middle of the ring. This is a chance now for Thorne. Going to work away on the arm as Thorne thinking about what he needs to do next. Going to head to the top of the rope. This is a big moment in this match. Thorne, what has he got planned? Big frog splash. Now into the cover. Could be it here for the Revival. No, he kicked out just in the nick of time. Well, Nick Miller, I think successfully was able to take Dawson out of the equation, but still was not enough. As Dash able to kick out. Miller is keeping Dash down. Meanwhile, Thorne wants to put an end to it. Shane Thorne now. Here we go. He's got him. Gets him up. Going for a powerbomb. Oh, yes. Into that powerbomb. Bit of a last ride type of powerbomb. Sitting him out. And hang on. Ellering talking some trash to the referee. Meanwhile, the referee just noticed a steel chair. It's about time, ref. And just when you thought TM61 are about to win, things don't go their way. And now, what is Thorne thinking? Wilder is up the top. He might be looking for an avalanche suplex. Oh boy, off the top. Look out! Oh, connecting! Nearly breaks him in half. Off the top of the rope with the avalanche suplex. And now, Miller into the ring. Miller looking to finish things off for his team. Thorne has set this up perfectly. He just has to take advantage. And oh no. Oh, hang on. Dash, you got to make the tag. Make the tag to Scott. He does, thank goodness. I was going to say, stop gloating and get the tag when you can. But I forgot that they're top guys and they get things done at their own pace. Dawson back in here now. Nick Miller's going to try and put him away here. Easier said than done. Miller with a big elbow right there to Dawson. Into the cover now. Could be in here for the revival. And he kicks out. Miller. What can he do? Does he go back to Thorne? Does he stay in there himself? He's thinking about Thorne. Decide against it. Going to continue to come after Dawson. Now heading to the second. Look out, Dash is coming. Oh, can't get there in time. It's a splash off the second rope. Meanwhile, Dawson back to his feet. No, a counter. A counter in the crossbody. TM6-1. This may be their chance. Now, Spinebuster. Well, taking a page out of the Revival's playbook. The Spinebuster. And he does it. Nick Miller, Shane Thorne are going to take over to take on the Authors of Pain. Well, what a win that is for TM6-1. I gotta say, I gave him no chance. The Revival, how impressive were they? They look so good. They look like certainties to win here tonight. But the Spinebuster at the end picks up the win, and TM6-1 survive. But now it means they have a match against the Authors of Pain. The winners of that match will go on to take on DIY for the NXT Tag Team Championships at TakeOver 4. The return. What a win for TM6-1 here tonight. One of their biggest wins thus far in their short careers. But ladies and gentlemen, TakeOver 4 is coming your way this Saturday, 2 PM Eastern Standard Time, live on BrendenPlayz. Do not miss it. Angle versus Roode, Jax versus Charlotte, and of course, as we found it earlier on here tonight, Metalik versus Swan as well. 3 big matches plus 2 more tag team matches, as big as it gets here in NXT. What a way to kick off NXT in its return. It's TakeOver 4, and it is the return of NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching again here tonight on Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button for us. Let's try and hit 350 likes on this video. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you do not miss another episode of BrendenPlayz. Make sure you hit that little bell down there. And make sure you get notifications when there's a video out. Because we all know YouTube's a little broken. So make sure you do not miss a video of BrendenPlayz. Follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz as well. Leave a like on our Facebook page. BrendenPlayz is the Facebook page. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you at TakeOver.